Hello there. The UK is posting a massive trade deficit with the EU for the fourth quarter of 2022. It is rising to a record high as imports from the EU have surged. The deficit in the trade balance for goods rose to £32.9 billion in the 3 months to December, according to official data presented according to Bloomberg. This is the largest gap since records began in 1997. Imports from the EU, excluding precious metals, hit a record £82 billion, data from the Office for National Statistics showed on Friday. Exports were £49.2 billion. Imports of goods rose by £1.6 billion, or 2.9% in December, while exports fell by £800 million, or 2.3%. And this could be due to some of the tariff barriers that emerged after the UK left the EU. Brexit is still an important part of the picture as it continues to slow exports. In real terms, UK goods exports, excluding errata, were 9.4% below 2018 levels before Brexit and Corona impacted the data. In December alone, imports from the EU climbed 3.8% to £28.5 billion, and that's a new high as well. This was due to an increase in purchase of machinery and transport equipment, especially ships from Germany, as well as fuel. That number was still £1.3 billion, higher than imports from the rest of the world, despite full EU-UK customs checks being introduced in January 2022. However, the ONS warned that changes in the way it measures trade with the EU from that point forward may have affected the data. Just last week, the Bank of England's Catherine Mann said Brexit is exacerbating the UK's cost of living crisis and making the country unique in fighting inflation. No other country has chosen to unilaterally impose trade barriers on its closest trading partners, she said. The balance of total trade in goods and services with the world also fell to a record low of £11.4 billion in December, according to the ONS for the UK, and partly due to higher gas prices, of course, so it's not all unaffected by the Russian war of aggression against Ukraine. But people that are still denying that Brexit has a negative impact on the UK economy, I don't know in what kind of dreamland they live. Probably they're not watching this video. They must be right there at the moment feeding their unicorns. Seriously, Brexit is bringing only benefits like this in this today's video. There is no real Brexit benefit for any normal person in the UK that is not a multi-millionaire or a billionaire. And one little thing I want to talk about today as well, before I forget it again, because I saw it several days ago. You know that I'm always experimenting with designs and with my logos, and at the start of 23 I thought, work on a new logo again. It was published the day the hacker struck me, so I don't take it as a bad sign for the future. But somebody asked, what does your logo have to do with your channel? It looks so random. Well, I only want to remember the name of this channel. The name of this channel and many other channels just with an add-on then is Outside Views. What could an astronaut floating in space above a planet have to do with outside views? Maybe some of you could tell me that. And of course, many already said that they like it, and thanks especially Cthulhu and Luke. Luke even more because you were my tryout guest before I started it. But people do like it. You can never make anything that everybody likes. It's not my intention. Otherwise I wouldn't talk about these topics, because a lot of people hate me, I'm quite sure about this. But a lot of people are grateful for the content I'm making. And as long as there are people that want to see what I'm doing, I will continue doing it. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.